Hey guys, what's going on? And today you guys are watching the one and only Professionals here. And today, me and my friend Tyler are going to be doing a review of the pistol defense map on World of War Nazi Zombies. Now, this is going to be an A.L.C.O standard, which A.L.C.O stands for aesthetics, layout, creativity, and overall fun. Now, Tyler's going to have his own A.L.C.O review and his own perspective, and I want to have my own A.L.C.O review and my own perspective. But ultimately, it's up to you what you think of this map. But let's see how it goes. What do we think of this map? Find out.
Touch mine.
Hey guys, it's me, Tyler from the Professionals here, and I'm here to present you my A.L.C.O review of the Nazi zombie map Pistol Defense, and starting with its aesthetics. The atmosphere itself is pretty simple, but kind of unique in a way. It's hard to explain, but if you play the game and you do it the way I kind of do, it's just I don't know, it's kind of unique. The detail itself is nice. What I mean by this is because the sand itself and the ocean, the way it moves, it all just looks really nice. And not to mention the skybox is like a dark, cloudy black sky, but it's kind of nice and unique because it just, I don't know, it fits the atmosphere of the whole lonesome kind of feel, you know. And the trees that were added in were also kind of nice. The whole palm trees thing was cool as well. But I felt like there could have been more decor in the game in order to add a little bit more, like let's say like a tree house or something. I don't know. It's just something I would have thought that would have been kind of cool. Another thing kind of unique would be a little bit more like bushes or something. You know, that's just like how I feel. The platforms themselves are also kind of cool as well because they kind of have a nice detail to it. They're simple, but they're just kind of, you know, unique and nice. The only gripe I really have is I just wish there was more decor in the game. But that's just, again, my opinion on it. The thing you may notice is that the zombies models themselves are the same ones from Black Ops 2 Mob of the Dead, if I'm not mistaken. But so that was kind of nice. It wasn't the normal, usual Nazi zombies thing. It was just something custom and unique and different. So I really kind of liked it how it was, you know, not the average normal Nazi zombies thing. So for the aesthetics / atmosphere, I have to give that an 8 out of 10. Now moving on to the layout. I have to say that the layout of the map is generally really small. It's on a small remote island. There's not too much to explore, obviously. So, you know, it's just not too much to be found or so. So it's kind of really stiff in corners and all that. But what I really got to say that it really does give out a lot more good difficulty, not like the cheap bullshit difficulty we usually sometimes get from other zombie maps. Like, we're talking about the difficulty that it's small, but not too small to where everyone's just cramped in one corner. But rather, you still have a lot to train around, but you have to remind yourself that you're still limited to where you can go. So I thought that was kind of unique. The map also features a teleportation system to where each round they would teleport to a different platform or onto the beach itself. And this is really interesting because what I really liked about it is that it kind of like gave a whole new diversity and creativity in terms of layout, because people are separated this time around, and it's just, you can't just simply just use teamwork all the time in order to get out of a sticky situation. So what you would normally do is now you would have to try to defend your area or base, and people have to worry about their own. Sometimes you could be paired up with someone else so you could defend the windows, and you may be fine by then, but chances are you're not going to be paired up, and you might be left to survive on your own. And that's when the real challenge comes in with the layout, and it's really interesting. And each of the platforms themselves also feature a good set of perks, and one of them has a pack-a-punch, so you can upgrade your pistol, and it's kind of unique because each of the pistols are very, very interesting and unique, but we'll get to that later. And the mystery box itself is also just a bunch of variety of pistols, so it was also pretty cool as well. And the further you get in these rounds, it will also kind of help, and each pistol kind of has its own specialty to it. Some weapons can be bought off the wall, while others you can only get out of the mystery box. So it's all pretty cool and all, and I really kind of like how creative they really went with the layout. It's difficult, it's interesting, it's creative, and I do feel like, you know, there are a few things, like I felt like even though I did like the whole small remote island kind of situation. I felt like there could have been a little bit more areas. I don't know. I mean, that was just my feel on that. And I have to say that the layout overall was a 7 out of 10. Now moving on to the creativity. Melon launcher, guys. Melon launcher. Enough said. That alone gives us the creativity section a 10 out of 10. But in all seriousness, though, the variety of pistols does make this map very interesting and fun to play, and it is definitely more different than the rest of the average zombie maps that you would get. You would get a good variety of revolvers, pistols, and snub nose. Yeah. But each pack pistol can be pack punched, and it would make it into its own thing. So it's kind of unique, because sometimes it would give it an extended clip, auto fire, or maybe even explosive rounds, depending on it, And it's very cool to see that each of the pistols has its own purpose. And the fact that you can teleport to new areas to work with also really helps this as well. So the teleportation aspect was kind of cool, because it was creative. You never really saw that in a lot of maps. And I really did like how all the perks are buyable and there's no limit on how much you can get. So that was also pretty good. The only real gripe I have with the creativity is that even though there's a nice variety of pistols, it just feels like all of them are kind of like the same in terms of the detail and design. I mean, just like a standard black pistol. I mean, that's all right and all, and I can understand that a good 90% of pistols are all colored like that in real life. But I don't know. I just felt like there could have been at least a unique design to it to make it more different from each other. Because in actuality, they all just kind of look the same in terms of the color and whatnot. So it's kind of hard to differentiate between what until you get a good close look at it. But that's my only real gripe with the whole pistols thing. But other than that, the creativity itself deserves a good 8 out of 10. Moving on to the overall fun. The map has some very good replayability. However, due to the fact how challenging the map is and the fact that there is no viable ending, makes this map less fun the more you play. And I would like to state that 4 players is definitely recommended for the maximum fun. If you were to just play by yourself or with just one friend, you won't get the same good effect as you would with just multiple players. Just to let you all know that right there. And as much as, again, as I stated with my previous segment, as I did state, the whole pistols look the same kind of deal. That could have been improved. And I also like to state that there could have been also been a bit more pistols and all that. But overall, the way that how the map looks and its simplicity, but it's also with its creativity, and the pistol design was also nice. I'd have to say that the overall fun deserves a good 8 out of 10.
Hey guys, so that was Tyler's A.L.C.O review. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new. My review is actually going to be coming up here soon. It's probably going to be like in a day or so, because it takes a lot of work. So I really hope you guys can subscribe and all that so we can produce more content. But anyway guys, see you guys in the next video and peace out.